All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's your guy Anthony Rose, sitting here, as you see, on this lovely boat, heading from Martha's Vineyard to Woods Hole. With the one and only my guy, King Willonius.
Hey.
Time 100's AI's greatest creator. We've had a great Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah, man.
So, you know.
Another one in the books.
Another one in the books. And so, as you guys have been seeing, I've just been grabbing some of my favorite people, dopest individuals I know, and as well as just kind of highlighting Martha's Vineyard, having great interviews or whatever. So the lighting on this is going to adjust because we outside, we on a boat, but y'all can see us and we can see you. So hey man, how's the trip been?
Man, it's been phenomenal. Very, very magical experience. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, the Vineyard always gives what it needs to give, you know, and met some phenomenal people and had really dope experiences. The whole 11 days that I've been here.
Sheesh.
So it's been transformative,
yeah,
to say the least.
So you were out here for OpenAI, correct?
Yeah, with the Martha's Vineyard Film Festival, we had a panel with OpenAI. It's called AI as your creative partner. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's a good title for the panel because, like, you know, we always talk about AI is more of a tool than it is like a supplement for our creativity.
Right.
So it's the thing to kind of help. At least what I've seen you do and be phenomenal at is take what's in your brain
mm-hmm.
and take the comedy, the funny, to pretty much blend all the worlds.
Right.
So it's almost like instead of having to go on stage and set the scene and be like, yo, so picture this, and then the music comes in, you're able to use AI to combine all that. So you
right.
talk to people a little bit about like how that's been for you since the BBL Drizzy,
mm-hmm.
like how has the AI world been for you and things that you've been doing and been working on?
Yeah, I mean, I think it just allowed me to essentially like amplify, you know, what I do, you know what I'm saying, and then just expand creatively like what I could potentially create. But, you know, I feel like the biggest thing AI has done for me, it has allowed people to see me the way I've always saw myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I feel like with the entertainment industry, I don't know, I think a lot of the people, I can only keep it a bean, you know what I'm saying? Since we I mean, but I think that there are a lot of people that are looking for talent and trying to find talent. They don't have the best means, or maybe they aren't really great at seeking out the talent, you know what I'm saying? Because like there's so many talented people that are just constantly getting overlooked. Mm-hmm. And it's really at a disservice to the industry, you know what I'm saying? So AI is the great equalizer, and it's allowing individuals that may not have all the connections or, you know, the money or the resources, like now they can operate like a big studio, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's where the disruption is coming along. It's just like, I feel, you know, again, I keep it real, I feel like a lot of people that are scared are the ones that are, you know, kind of mediocre. Yeah. Because if you're really dope, like you're gonna figure out a way to kind of rise to the top, you know what I'm saying? And again, that's no disrespect to anybody, but you know, you have master level tools now. Yeah. So all you gotta do is say like, look, I'm gonna take my creativity and add it to this thing, and now you can make some really dope things that you didn't have, you know, wasn't possible a couple years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think, you know, like you're saying, there's always been gatekeepers, mm-hmm. and I feel like there's way more gatekeepers than there are people who are like, you know, in artistic development or tastemakers, right? There's always been more gatekeepers than tastemakers, and I think if you're a tastemaker and you just know what's quality, right? You don't even have to know what's trending. And I think that's the other thing to me. I feel like with social media, often I would get so tired of hearing people like, well, what are their numbers looking like? Or what's their following? Who cares? Because you know what? Sometimes the greatest artists haven't been discovered yet, like you're saying, and it might not have the biggest following. And then also when you think about it, from when social media started out, I was always telling myself, like, you know, at the time, Spike Lee, the Will Smiths of the world, the Denzels, they didn't have social media, but they're still some of the greatest artists of our time. So I'm like, if they don't have it, they don't need the following. And I think also, you know, there's just a lot. So what are some of the new tools that are out? Because there's always something dropping. There's always a new version. It went from GPT, we were trying to iterate a couple years ago, to now we got GTP4 and VO and all of that. So what are some of the tools that have you excited that are helping you?
Yeah, I mean, ChatGPT still my top go-to tool.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I definitely feel like, you know, you want to have like a large language model just as part of your tool belt, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as far as like AI film goes, you know, you definitely VO3, clean. Runway has some amazing tools built in. 11 Labs for voices, you know, UDO,
Yeah.
you know, for, you know, they can do a lot of stuff when it comes to like background music or soundtrack type music.
Yeah.
What else?
Haitian.
Haitian is good,
Yeah.
you know. I mean, it's really, the thing about, you know, this AI space is there's no loyalty to the tools. It's just the way it, you know, in essence, a lot of things should be, right? Like, I think there is value to being like, I fly Delta, there's a loyalty program over there, but it's right now, it's just about who has the best tools.
Yeah.
If you have a better video model than this model, I'm going over here. I think it's keeping it fair and it's keeping the companies honest and it's making sure that they constantly are improving, you know, on their design. So, but yeah, those are tools right now. Like VO is probably like the best for video right now.
Yeah.
You can do a lot with just that. Oh, Midjourney. Oh my gosh, I cannot forget Midjourney. Yeah. I think between, honestly, if you just got Midjourney, ChatGPT, and Canva, you could. And some video generator, like you can do a lot. You can have a whole business just off of them, all those tools. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, Canva. I saw Canva. I actually generated just a little 5-second cartoon for the Wild World of Science, and it was just the prompting. It was probably my greatest prompt writing ever. I was like, yeah, I need 2 robots coming in, Pixar animated style, and I needed to bounce around and say robot rundown. And what shocked me was they got the words right. Yeah. Like it was really like, I was like, wow. Recently you did the music video for
the McDonald's
video or whatever, that like just really set a trend, right? People were coming out. So what tools were you using for that? And then also like, what was the prompting like to get that type
to how I
of,
want to be?
Yeah.
I mean, just for those that know, that was Popeyes hired some AI creators and they dissed to make a video and a song dissing McDonald's, and then I just took it upon myself to diss Popeyes on McDonald's behalf.
So I made, like McDonald's owe you a little check.
Yeah, they did, but they didn't get at me. So I made a video of Chick-fil-A dissing McDonald's afterwards. So the main intention behind that video was just like I saw the initial video that came out, and I knew I didn't have that much time to do a full complete, because they had like a lot of cuts. So I went more for artistic looking video.
Yeah.
Very much inspired by like the Joker, because I'm like, the Joker, Ronald McDonald, they're both clowns. So, you know, that's what my brain kind of went to. So I wanted the video to kind of mimic that. So it was made primarily in like Midjourney and VO for the most part. I think it used a little bit of Kling as well. But it was just prompting, you know, just figuring out like the style. You know, the thing about Midjourney is just like, you know, you prompt until you find something an aesthetic that you like, and then you can use that as like a style transfer to kind of modify, set a consistent image for the rest of your videos. So that's essentially what I did, and then I was just kind of looking for like really cinematic looking shots. You know, so every shot looked, you know, like if you just saw it as a standalone shot, it'd be like, oh, this is a dope image. So that was kind of my mindset behind doing it. But all I was really thinking about was just trying to get it out really fast, because I knew there was only a small window to get it out, because literally after I put mine out, somebody else put out a McDonald's video, there was a Wendy's video, there's a Five Guys video, there's a Taco Bell video, and I think there was like 2 more. And then I made obviously the Chick-fil-A video.
So probably last question, because I know we're getting ready to dot. I think the thing that I know about you, that I think some people know but they don't, is as phenomenal as you are in AI or whatever, And I think, I guess people often talk about like blurring the lines of like reality and AI and is it taking over, but you use it as a tool. But I think the most important thing that you do is you have daily practices for yourself of mindfulness, of meditation, of reading, of absorbing other artists, other works, other people, other philosophies that are from humans, right?
Right.
So I think that plays such a profound effect in your AI creativity, and I think that's what sets you apart, where a lot of people dive into the tools and they're just consuming what other people are putting out that are trying to create art as they go. You're taking it back to some of the basics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think maybe speak to that for creatives out there of like why it's so important, and then we'll also talk about AI and the culture real quick, but why it's so important for that in that mind frame of how you are, what you're ingesting plays such a good role into what you put out.
Well, you know, this phrase garbage in, garbage out, you know what I'm saying? So, but regardless of anything, like, you got to continue learning, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the key ingredient is like you have to be seeking knowledge continually, like be a lifelong learner. So like same way with these AI tools, like there's a learning curve. It's not super hard to get started and get up to speed, but it has to be like every day you're like learning. And then and this is why I say, like, even when it comes to AI films or any other discipline that these large language models or AI is going to make easier, the big separator is going to be people that know storytelling, people that know cinematography, people that know, the nuances of just telling a great story. When everything looks amazing, that's what's going to separate a lot of people. And then just from mindfulness thing, man, you got to just find a moment for yourself. I really just stay prayed up. I think, you got to you don't have to, but in my opinion, you want to talk to God as much as you want to. Now, that can be prayer or whatever it is, but I think just having that open communication with God, you know what I'm saying? And the same way you text your homeboy or you text your lady or you checking IG, you should be checking in with God like daily, you know what I'm saying? Like hourly, to be honest, and just being like, hey man, just guide me, you know what I'm saying? Make me, I always say, use me as a vessel to kind of just bring forth good things, you know what I'm saying, and inspire people and make people feel good, and then I'm not necessarily super religious, but definitely spiritual. I know that there's a higher power in the world, so I try to honor that, and then hopefully through His divine will, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be able to like make things that can impact people in a positive way.
No, that's facts. I catch myself saying thank you all the time, just randomly. I mean, we got a boat leaving Martha's Vineyard. You
gotta say thank you, man. But even more so than that, like earlier this year, man, I had an experience and we had to it was like a group of us and they would like talk to God for like 7 minutes straight or whatever. And I've never done that before. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you pray, it's a quick prayer, like you say, thank you or whatnot, but never like a full 7 minutes of just like talking. And we were out in like the mountains, so you can see like it was night, it was a full moon, you see all the stars in the sky. I'm talking about like, they were literally like stars like moving. So I'm just like, and we just out here just, pouring our heart out to God. So it was just like, it was a very powerful experience. And then from there, and not to say I don't slip up a lot, but just that being mindful of just like keeping an open communication line with your creator, you know what I'm saying? That has been probably one of the most powerful experiences for me this year, you know what I'm saying? So, because I used to always tell people, talk to ChatGPT, and I'm like, nah, man, you got to be talking to God, you know what I'm saying? Same way.
Yeah, no, that's dope. And last question, because we're about to talk. So, AI in the culture. I remember like when AI first came out, we did some of the workshops in LA, the AI and you, and the whole point was like educating the community, not getting left behind. Since then, you moved to New York and you guys have blown it out the water. So can you let them know about AI in the culture and then how to pull up and then also like where they can keep finding you and supporting you? Yeah,
it's a, we do the meetup the last Tuesday of every month. At the Dow Jones building, we're going to find a new location come October, but we do that on Saturdays. I hop on Zoom and I do co-working sessions, but the main thing is just like really trying to get, people of color up to speed with AI, you know what I'm saying? Oh, damn.
I think the mics still be fine.
Okay, yeah, just getting people. God. That's great. So you say we would be fine, that shit was like, nah. I don't remember doing all that when we were.
Yeah. Lift gate for the boat.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
but yeah, you know, AI and culture is just making sure, you know, people of color just, thrive in this AI age. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm tired of the conversations about, you know, we need to not get left behind. It's like, nah, man, we need to be thriving. Like, we need to be the leaders when it comes to this AI space. So it's really just about education and building. So I'm 100% anti-panels, no more panels, just building. You know what I'm saying? As it pertains to the AI space. Like, if we have moments where we gather where it's 10, 15, 100 of us, we need to have laptops open and showing people how to create the tools and then start building with the tools. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how we really change this narrative and make sure that, you know, we're just prepared for this AI revolution, that we can thrive in it. So, I'm very like anti-panels right now, which I still speak on panels, but if it's something that I'm hosting or if it's something AI and the culture related, like all we're focused on is like hackathons. So every time we meet, we're doing film hackathons, we're doing AI music hackathons, we're doing, you know, AI agent hackathons, but it's constantly like, we need to be building constantly and learning and leveling up. So every opportunity that we have, we're going to make sure we level up. Like, we did a video AI film hackathon 2 months ago, and I told everybody there, I was like, when y'all leave this room, all y'all can put AI filmmaker on your bio on LinkedIn. That was the main goal, you know what I'm saying? Whether or not you going to make an Oscar winning film, that's not the purpose. It's just like, I'm going to show you how to fish. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to keep fishing, that's on you, you know what I'm saying? But I'm putting a fishing rod in your hand and I'm showing you how to use it, you know what I'm saying? And that's the mindset, you know what I'm saying, I think we got to take right now, you know, during this time period. If we do that, I mean, that's all I did. I was just very consistent, trying to build and create every day, and it changed my life. And I think, you know, it can do that for a lot of people as well.
Good shit. Well, hey, man, I appreciate it. Proud of you always, my guy.
Love you, bro.
You'll be seeing more of it. Love you too, man. We here. So now we got to get off and go take this 2-hour bus ride and all that. But y'all stay tuned more. Keep elevating on Aunt Rose. King Willonius.
Hey, man.
You'll be seeing us soon.
Right.
Boom.
You sure look like a master to me.
All right, Leroy. Who's the one and only master?
I am.